running a bit late, so welcome back, everybody. This is our monthly tea meeting, and thank you. And so, what a month it has been. Last 1 month, I think it was for me. It was one of the real pressured months of the year. First, we had a group of people, peers, who came uh, from a team consisting of US, UK, and Norway. There was Norway CEO. I'm sure many of you may have seen them, met them in the corridor, said hello to them, uh, and so on. And they were here actually to look at our organization. Again, those of you who are new, who are not here in 2008 when we started off, we are not as old as 100 years, which is the organization, how old it is, but we as an entity is only just about 6 years, right? More than 6 years. So when we started our organization in 2008, we had this large country plan that was given to us, saying that by 2015, that is next year, we would become a stronger member of the movement. How long did we take to achieve that? 2 years. Just 2 years. In 2010, we broke all the records, all the existing Save the Children records, uh, by becoming a larger, stronger member of the movement in 2010. At that point of time, there was a review conducted. It was not that suddenly we put up our hand and said that, look, we have achieved it. There was a proper, strong, rigorous review that happened at that point of time, and they agreed that 2010 we had a meeting of the members right in Delhi, which is known as MM10. MM stands for Members Meeting, which happens every year. This year it happened in Berlin. We got, and some of you also came with me because we also were recognized in our programs with an award. By the way, that award has just been, they're trying to give us like $10,000. Did you know that? And who are the guys from the programs? Vishwaroop is here. Where is Vishwaroop? Okay, you still haven't got an Eggie, right? But you got a global $10,000 award. What are you going to do with it? Sorry? Very happy for the organization. Good. It was an award that was given for a project which was going down, which was showing difficult traction, and suddenly they did something to it so that it turned around. So this award was for projects that taught us a lot of good things to be done. Yeah, so that is how we got it, and the projector is Calcutta New Horizons. How many of you know about New Horizons? Okay, so anyway, I went to Berlin. The point I was saying was that we had the peers who came to review us after 2010. Again, as a global level, in a committee of the steering group of the CEOs, which I am a part of, we decided that every 5 years or so, every organization, Save the Children organization, which is about 13 members, should be reviewed by the peers. So we will now be reviewing a US, a UK, and South Africa, and so on. We could be doing that. We will be a part of that. So the first one to put up his hand was yours truly. And I said, please come and review us and do a good review process with us. And so they came. And the result was that I think they were extremely, extremely impressed with all of us. And they were extremely impressed with our traffic because we only took 2 hours from here to go to GK1. one evening. Yeah, they never ever seen anything like this, and they were truly and wonderfully impressed by that journey, because not because of the traffic, but because of the company of people like Sudeep, who kept them entertained in that 2 hour journey.
And then finally completed it on foot.
Yes, by foot. Uh, my foot would have been much faster to start with. Okay, so peer review, they said organization is looking good, but there are areas of strengthening. That's that one of the areas of strengthening is that you need to, and some of you have been saying that we need to have better interface between departments, between functions. So that is one way of strengthening it. Yeah. And what are some of the other comments we heard that we should be doing better? We should strengthen. Apart from the lot of good things, the areas of strengthening, what are some of the other things?
Build up more reserves.
Build up more reserves. I'll come to that shortly. Build up more reserves, okay, for the organization. I just want to take a class about reserves, restricted and unrestricted, and so on. But overall, it was a good process. They looked at governance. They looked at our board. They talked to our board members. Our board chair was here for the wrap-up meeting. They looked at programming. They looked at advocacy. They looked at finance. They looked at all functions. They looked at all functions, and it was good. And followed by the peer review, the very next week. In fact, it was last week, I think. We had all committees. You know how many committees we have of the board? We have 4 committees. There is a governance and nominations committee, there is a program committee, there is a fundraising committee, and there is this famous farm committee, which is finance and audit. There is also a resource mobilization committee.
That's fundraising.
Did I say fundraising?
Yes, first.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, we can't go without funds.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some people.
Is there a committee on advocacy as well?
That's a part of programming. Programming committee has from internally we have Sudeep, we have Shireen and Dipali Nath sitting on it. So which means program subsumes all these 3 operations as well as advocacy and research and knowledge management. Okay, so we had those 4 committees. Then we had the GC, or GC is the governing council or the board meeting, and followed by the annual general body meeting. And that annual general body meeting normally happens once a year, and that is when what do we do in an annual general body meeting? Anybody?
You present the progress.
Yes. Well, annual general body meeting is we look at actually an annual report, because it's an annual meeting. We look at the annual report. We look at the annual financials. There is a fiscal year or the financial year starting on 1st of April. So they looked at 1st of April of 2013 to 31st of March 2014, and they approved. And they also approved the auditors. And the annual general body meeting also look at into the board, and they say that whether we need new board members, and if there is an extension of a term of a board member, that is all done at the annual general body meeting. So that also happened this year. And we met somebody who was our first board chair, because he is still a member of the general body. Who was the first chair? It's a first question. Wrong. Wrong.
Richard Saldana.
Richard Saldana. Shireen knows, because we met one of those historical trips to Mumbai with him, didn't we? Yeah.
Social sciences.
Richard Saldana?
No.
No. Richard Saldana at that point of time was working with Times of India. He was the executive director of Times of India. And then he was CEO of one of the Blackstone companies, is a finance company, and now he's retired. What he said was that, and again to bring back some of the terrible histories that we have, or not so good history, let me not say terrible. We had a very dysfunctional board to start with. To give an example, I was recruited in December 2005. And I joined the organization on 12th of January, and 13th or 14th, I was on a flight to London. I came back, and the last week, I think it was the 30th or 31st, was the very first board meeting of the organization. And when I entered the board meeting like this, even though people were sitting around, and I was escorted out by one of the board members, and that time board and the general body were all the same, and they told me that stay outside for some time. Then again, after some time, I was brought in. They were actually fighting about my appointment. So one person was asking the chair, the vice chair was asking the chair, how can you appoint somebody? I mean, how can you not appoint me, but how can you appoint somebody without me being on that panel? And so that was the discussion. And so that kind of fights continued. And I can write a book. And in fact, I will be writing a book. By the way, there is a case study being written up about Save the Children, its existence, its leadership, how we have come together, and what we have done in the last 6 years. Because what we have done in the last 6 years is exceptional. I was telling Shweta this morning that day before yesterday, actually, I was on a panel at Oxfam. Oxfam had its global meeting right in Delhi here, and I was invited by my counterpart in Oxfam, Nisha Agarwal. Some of you know her. Who is there? Some of you may have come from Oxfam. Anybody from Oxfam here? Oh my goodness! No? Two of you, three of you, four, five. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay, so I started that meeting by thanking Oxfam for giving us so many people, including a Justin and a Jasmine. Jasmine, who is the global CEO, and Justin, who is the CEO of Save the Children UK. They were all with Oxfam. Now, the point is that I was invited to this meeting, and it was moderated. The panel was moderated. I was with Sandeep Chachar of ActionAid, and it was moderated by the executive director, global executive director of Oxfam International, somebody called Winnie. And when I was talking about Save the Children, I really could see some kind of a wow feeling going around. Not only about India, but globally what we have done, they're still kind of struggling with their transition process. But we have gone ahead. And when I said that, we have grown 10 times, a lot of people looked at Nisha and said, oh, Nisha, how about you? And Nisha said that in the last 6 years, they started their journey 1st of September 2008. We started our journey 1st of April 2008 as an Indian independent entity. In that period, Oxfam has gone down to half its size. We have grown 10 times, right? So that's a difference between. So when I was really talking about this, and of course I had to bat for Nisha, I didn't want her to feel little belittled or slighted. So I said the fact also is that there was a huge interest and investment into Save the Children India by the global system. So in other words, I was making the global system of Oxfam kind of challenging them to invest into India. And another question some of them asked was that how about this competition between NGOs, fundraising and so on? I said, where is the competition? Where should be the competition? There are 300 million people. We have fundraised from 250,000 people. You have fundraised from about 75,000 people. Action is that's raised from 14,000 people. There are 300 million people out there. We're not even scratching the surface. Let us try as an industry expand this pie so there is space for everybody and there is no need for competition. Why did I talk about Oxfam? I was just talking about our growth, and I was talking about the AGM when our first chair was present, and he literally said, wow, you guys have grown. You guys have really grown and done well and done us all proud who started off this organization. That was what he said in this annual general body meeting. And also running into the committees, running into these meetings, we had committees. We looked at the performance of the organization, where we have reached. We also did something called a strategic review. What is a review period? You know, what is our strategy? What is a period? You must have seen the document of our strategy. Shall I ask very pertinent questions? Pick up somebody and ask a question. Sorry? When did it start? Okay, our current strategy period is 2012 to 16. We decided to stop it at 2015 because we wanted to align ourselves with the global strategy period starting in 2016. We also said that we will look at some kind of a midterm analysis as of now, and since we didn't have that time, we said we will do a dipstick strategic review. And interestingly, when we actually presented it, Mr. Rajendra Pawar, who is also the founder chair of NIIT, who sits on our board, he said it is not a dipstick, it's a deep stick review. It actually was. I mean, I was really proud that our people, our SMT members, and whoever supported them actually did a great job of reviewing where we are. So, congratulations to all of you for doing that. Is Coal India giving us money?
See? Only then I will be excused for 10
You get a very long check.
Exactly. Deep one. Okay, so this review threw up some very interesting stuff. One of the things even the peer reviewers were talking about, and we were actually getting into kind of getting ourselves caught up in several million knots, was around this the science behind the reach, the numbers. How many children are we reaching? I can be spending a lakh of rupees per child, doing a whole lot of services available on health, education, and everything. And I could also be giving him, giving her a small food item kit during the emergency. So, how do we define reach there? You understand the problem there? The problem is that there is also depth in the reach, right? There is also a depth in the reach. So we decided not to spend so much time in the next strategic period actually defining and then beating ourselves, why we not reach so many children. The fact is that our mandate is to reach the most marginalized. And to reach the most marginalized, we will spend more money. If I have to spend 1,000 rupees to reach, just giving a number, to reach the most marginalized in the most difficult conditions, it might cost double that money or 3 times the money. So reach does not really indicate the depth of our engagement or of our involvement. So we decided to drop it and so on. And there are lots of other things. So I wouldn't get into more details, but there should be smarter ways of measuring our impact. And I think we have done a great job. And again, in our journey from where we were, where we are today, I think we have done a great job, or a greater amount of sophistication, greater amount of evolution. There are 3 seats here if you want to come and sit. By age. Okay, I meant the youngest to the oldest. So youngest is so. Yeah. So where was I? About the reach. No, I said impact, evolution. We have done a great job, and we will be doing more things. And our knowledge management team has done an excellent job in capturing those numbers. And there will be more alignment globally as we move along on measuring impact, and that is how it should be. So I talked about the peer review. I talked about the annual general body meeting. I talked about the governing council meeting. I talked about the committees. I talked about the meeting which I went day before yesterday with Oxfam. I also would like to talk to you about one of the challenges we are facing, along with some fantastic things happening. Fantastic things are happening on the corporate fundraising side, which has grown dramatically in the last few years. In this year itself, we got 3 big, large grants. started operating, or at least two of them have started operating. We have IKEA, which is a 50 crore project in the next 4 years, started in Punjab and Haryana. We've got Mondelez, which is what, about 36 crores? 20 crores. 36 crores is the RB, Reckitt Benckiser, and then the fourth one is just about to happen. It's still confidential, but I'm going to tell because it's only our team, right? It is Nokia. Okay, Nokia. And Nokia is also another 50 crores if it all comes through, and that too in the next 3 years on DRR. So it's just wonderful things happening on that period. And I know Sherin doesn't like money.
No, I'm worried about confidence. I'm worried about that.
I'm also extremely impressed.
He's just so enthusiastic.
I must say, with the Delhi team of what has happened, and Salijit has been desperately trying to get me to meet the member of Parliament of South, etc. Only thing is that it all happens in the last minute. I've not been able to go for it. Yesterday, the member of Parliament from South Delhi actually, what did you do? If you could just say, what exactly did you do? There is this toilet pilot. All what we know is that he's shown huge interest. He says that we need to scale it up, and there would be, more interestingly, there would be government money available for us. So we are working on that. So very good. And in the total funds that we received last year, since we are looking at the last year review in the committees and the governing council, we grew from 114 to 151. That is a 32% growth in the total receipts. Fantastic. Nobody is growing like that, let me assure you. But we also ended up having a deficit in the general fund of 3 crores. Now, this is a science that I need to understand and internalize. There are grants, which is basically what we call as the restricted grants, because if I get a grant from Mondelez or from RB or from anybody, that is to be spent in a particular period on a particular theme, and that is it. But who will pay for the rent here? Who will pay for my salary? If they say that CEO salary also should come from the grants, many of the grants will not allow that, or the program directors, or many salaries that are sitting here, we want. So that has to come from an unrestricted pot of money. So if the unrestricted pot of money is growing in deficit, what does that mean? Some of you will be happy. There will not be a CEO tomorrow. Is it a good thing?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. We may have to go from here, which I've been saying, which is a good thing for me, from here to Gurgaon or Manesar. Yes. And by the way, there are a lot of people now are moving to Gurgaon, including Shweta, who will be moving in a couple of months. I am there in Gurgaon, and really, you have just moved to Gurgaon, Charu, and Bijoy is moved to Gurgaon.
We are in the neighborhood.
Then
we are in close neighborhood.
yeah, so Gurgaon is the location, right, to go to. And Shivani is from Gurgaon. Neha Jain got married and settled there, and she's never going to get out of Gurgaon.
Smita is there.
Who? Yeah, oh yeah, Smita from the northern land of Kerala. What a kid. She's from Gurgaon. So I think we are building up a strong case to move to Gurgaon, and we'll be forced to if we run on deficit. So do you understand that paradox? We are growing, but our deficit to run the organization, the overheads, we are not able to. So very simple mathematics, right? Very simple economics. How do we do that? Either we increase that pot of unrestricted funds by unrestricted money, or we reduce the cost. Too simple. Is there any other way?
No, there are ways.
Tell me.
Save US, for example, from every grant, they have a rule that they communicate to the donor that 20% is our money.
Sir, we also have that rule.
Yeah.
We are talking about in the unrestricted general fund, we are talking about there is an ICR percentage there also. We also
Not
have that.
evenly there. And,
Sorry?
it's not evenly
And
there.
Savvy also does not get evenly. And I'll be very happy if somebody gives you 20% other than US aid. Yeah? There is yeah. So, I'll be very happy to hear such wonderful ideas. And all of you, if you tell your fathers and grandfathers to will money to save the children, grandmothers and fathers and everybody. Okay, grandmothers to we should build a legacy fund and say that this is for Save the Children unrestricted money, so that they can remain in Nehru Place forever, whatever. So we need to grow that pot if we can. And the other way is to reduce our costs. We should reduce our costs in any way. What are the ways of reducing costs? So wherever you find leakage, inefficiency, splurging, you think it is extra, we should cut that down. So I'm asking you for ideas. Can you give me some ideas? How can we reduce costs? And at this point of time, the flavor of the day, as they say, for me is the spend of unrestricted money. Next week we have a meeting of our SMT only to discuss the spending of this unrestricted money. So how do we save money? Anybody? Work from home, not a bad idea. Okay.
Have meetings like we've always said, or that video conference.
As much as possible, video conferencing. Sorry? Travel and hotel, better schemes. We already have some deals with hotels. Where is Ashutosh? We need to find much better deals. Sorry? Bringing? Yeah, but that is still saving. Why don't you bring your own lunches? I think SMT started that. You bring your own lunches even in an SMT meeting. Yeah, not a bad idea. And taking less of taxis. I've been saying that for some time. And one thing I said is that we will not buy flashy cars. So nobody has. We got one car which is probably about 2 years old, and the other car is as ancient as Eglantine Jet, which makes a lot of noise. In AC never cools, and stuff like that. But we are not going to spend money on flashy externals. We need to make sure that our money goes for the right reason. How about cutting salaries?
Yeah, I'm for that.
You're for that. Okay.
इनका नाम लिखा जाए.
Okay. So some voluntary.
He's clearly getting paid too much.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nathan?
And I would say my should be
But okay, it would be interesting.
You hear him out. He said,
See.
"I didn't say mine."
You saying his bosses, so these. We will.
But what would be interesting for us is going to get a map of where we are exceeding.
Okay, good. Do that. Let us do the Pareto 80-20 rule. See where exactly the money is going, and see how we can put.
And we
What are
will-
the low-hanging fruit? Let us catch all the low-hanging fruit first, and then make sure that we reduce. Right. So we are all of us. Each department is going through a thorough, rigorous exercise right now, because at the end of this year, we have to save 3 crores that we dipped from last year. So we need to pay back. Yeah. Peter has given to Paul. Now Paul has to give it back to Peter. So that's what's happening.
And we got bonus from John.
I should quit.
3 crore. Mama, 3 crore was not the total budget of the program. 3 crore you are in this year.
I'm not talking about programs alone, sir. Why are you doing this? You must be
Now
spending.
you please come and take the chair.
3 crore deficit. How come? What?
3 can give something.
Okay. So a couple of other things more I need to tell you about. One other thing is that I've been talking about exits. I wrote a letter also to you. How many of you read my letters? How many of you read my letter?
All of us.
And all of you. So what did I say in that excerpt? Good, bad, ugly. I keep saying this, whether it is regrettable exit or in my vocabulary, all exits are regrettable, right? I mean, the organization loses, the organization is a little bit diminished when we lose people. And people on whom, people whom the person has invested in and the organization has invested in and all of us have invested in. So, but at the same time, if you really look at the global benchmark, etc., there should be some movement in the organization. Otherwise, it would be a dead good organization. We need to move. So they say that anything below 8%, they say it's not a great thing. Anything between 8 to 10, 11% is good. Anything more than is concerning. Yeah. At this point of time, I'm not going to say what is regrettable, unregrettable, etc. We are sitting around 11, 12%. Not good, not good. So why are we losing people? We need to ask. Are we a bad organization? If you are a bad organization in the pulse survey, etc., that should show up. The pulse survey says that though maybe a limited number, the people who didn't contribute may also say negative things, but we know that 93% of the people say that this is an organization I would actually recommend externally, right? And satisfaction index actually has gone up from 66% to 71% last time around we did it, and we will soon be doing another pulse survey, probably before the end of this year. In the next quarter, we'll be doing another survey. But we need to ask ourselves, I need to ask myself, where am I failing in the organization so that I'm losing people? It's not a good thing to lose people. So I must say that, but at the same time, good thing also is that we have some great people joining us. We have some great people rejoining us. Those are good things in all these things. Yeah. And who are the people who have rejoined here in the last 1 month? Is there anybody here? Prachi. But last time also you said same thing. Last time also you said that you rejoined. This time also, and last time also you said that because Irvin was here, you said that you're joining because of Irvin and all that. You said that. Anybody else? Okay. So it's good to have people come back, and you're back. Okay, after 6 months, we have Charu back. Do you know what great things she has achieved in the last 6 months? Anybody who doesn't know that answer? No. That's a very philosophically daunting question, right? Anybody who doesn't know what she's been up to, answer. What did she do in the last 6 months? Yeah. The reason for our existence, children. She brought one into this world, and I don't know what's news about Jyoti. Wow! Congratulations. When did this happen?
Oh, very good.
No comments. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So we encourage, and I keep saying that this is a good organization to have children. Yeah, and those of you not considering it, those of you not married, consider getting married. Those of you married and not having children, consider having one. Those of you had children, consider having one more. Okay, so this is really good. I think more or less. More or less, that is what I wanted to talk to you today. But then a couple of other things. We have a farewell as well as we have an EGI Award announcement. So for the EGI Award announcement, I'm going to ask Shweta to come over and talk about it. And then we come back to Dipali. Dipali is here, right? Mm-hmm. She's just at time. Yeah. And birthday as well. Yeah. Birthday, newcomers. We'll come back after that. After this. The last one.
Okay,
Eating is last. Yeah.
the last Eggy went to Nima. Unfortunately, Nima's traveling to a, actually not unfortunately, she's at a program site and she won't be able to join us. Eggy, I guess everyone now knows what it is, right?
Yeah. We all know.
Okay. So I'm going to request you to announce the next month's Eggy, Thomas,
Uh,
on behalf of Nima, since she's not.
so I have to open this and.
So probably.
Nima has sent
Yeah, we need to get
she
the.
sent in her.
But isn't the person
Yeah.
okay? She's going to come in. Well, I'm happy to announce it is it's another she and it's Ipsita. Ipsita from. Yeah, so we are going to get Ipsita on phone or Skype. Are we going to get her on Skype?
No.
On phone. Phone.
आपण ज्या व्यक्तीला कॉल केला आहे या
She's got a fracture.
She has got a fracture and it's in past, but yet she was given the right from last week.
So can you try again? Is that number right, wrong?
It's right.
Who has got Ipsita's number? Should we give the Eggy to her or shall we change it? She's busy on another call.
No, she doesn't know. We wanted to keep it as a surprise. We didn't inform her that we'll be calling her.
The number, that's nice. Do you need a number? It's a mobile number? She must
Is there a way of getting through to somebody when somebody is busy on the phone?
the next neighbor, but वो भी घर पे है तो
Landline call them about 10 times would have. Thomas, if you called her about 2 times, I'm sure she
No, but that would be a giveaway.
Yeah, you got her online. That'll be a giveaway, yes. Okay, so this is the award that has been going around, and
We are just मैं call disconnect कर रहा हूँ. We are connecting you on the line. हाँ? Just अपना phone busy मत रखिएगा. घबरा गई होगी यार. ऐसा क्या हो गया? ऐसे ही call please.
hello,
Hello?
Ipsita. Hi, this is Thomas here.
Hi, Thomas.
Okay. Why you looking? Why are you sounding so worried?
No, actually I could not understand. There were 3-4 calls from me from Delhi.
Yes.
I was little worried what happened.
One was from the CBI office and the other was from the income tax office.
No. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, this is a call, Ipsita, to tell you that the Eggy Award for the month of July has been recommended by Nima, who was a previous Eggy Award, to be given to Ipsita. So, congratulations. And we got the whole Delhi office right here. And and also we also have the proceedings of this meeting going to every office because it is being recorded. So I'm going to ask, and there's a lovely what is this called? I mean, there is a Save the Children picture truck as a memento which will be sent to you, as well as there is a citation. And there is $1 million. I don't know what you're going to do with $1 million. But Shraddha is going to read out the citation.
Hi, Ishita. Congratulations. Nima couldn't be
Hi, Nima. How are you?
Not Nima.
Why is everybody laughing?
Because it's not Nima, it is Shweta on behalf of Nima going to read out the citation.
Hi, Shweta.
Hi. Nima has written this, and I'm just going to read it out on her behalf.
Okay.
Congratulations, Ipsita. Ipsita has been working with Save the Children for more than 6 years now. She has wholeheartedly imbibed the core values of the organization and set an example to others by demonstrating high level of integrity and honesty. In the organization, she has established herself as a vibrant, passionate, and inspirational team leader. Clear communication and excellent articulation has made her go-to person and is the most trusted individual among her teammates. As a program coordinator, child protection, Ichita has contributed immensely to one of the most challenging endeavor of Save the Children, Child Rights for Change project. Her dedication and conscientious efforts have yielded many positive results at child protection front in Maharashtra. Child labor-free villages, trained cadre of government officials on child protection issues, prompt reporting and redressal of many child protection cases in the states are few glimpses of her achievement in the project. Ipsita is a pleasant and unassuming person, which makes her an individual one can connect with effortlessly. I'm glad to have an opportunity to award her Eggie of the Month and wish her all the success in all endeavors.
Thank you so much. It's like a proposal that she has written.
And Ikshita, you won't believe it. The picture that we have of you here, which is on this nice little truck, is at least 20 years old.
I still look the same, Thomas.
Excellent. Okay, do you want to say anything to this large crowd and they're all listening?
Okay. You want me to say something?
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
If you want to.
I will also, like to thank Nima. I know Nima for a very short time, but I know the effort she has taken to write all the things about me from my colleagues and from the state office and also the other offices. And I really thank her for providing me this honor with the Eggie Award. Actually, it has not sunk in. I could not understand why were they calling me. So it's taking some bit of time to also know that the Eggie Award has been given to me. And right now I'm at home and with the plaster on my leg, and for 1 month I have not been able to even move out of home. And this award is certainly a big motivation for me to perform more, work more for the cause of children. And I don't want to name each and every single person, but everybody from my team to the national team to the state teams, everybody has some contribution to make in my professional career. And thanks a lot, and I'm really honored for this. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ipsita. Thank you very much, and wish you a speedy recovery, and I hope you are on your feet soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope this Eggie Award was not because of my fracture.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
So we are allowing you to go.
Okay, thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Bye.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. One thing good about the award is that now the award is actually moving out of just Delhi and going to other places. Because when I went to Calcutta, their complaint was that it is only in North India. And now we have gone to at least Mumbai, as south as we can get, and we would further travel down to Kerala. So.
Ipsita would have been on the line actually, Thomas, while you were saying this.
Who should have been
To nominate her for the next Eggie
Oh,
Award.
Kerala.
Joy is laughing.
Okay. The other thing is that we have two people whom we are bidding goodbye to, and actually one was planned and the other was unplanned, and I suddenly realized that he also is leaving, so we thought we would acknowledge him as well. But as a planned thing, we normally would like to give a token, etc. That is not for you, Arish, but not in this meeting. But definitely we will do something after this meeting. So Arish is leaving us, and after 2 years, approximately 2 years, and as I said, it's going to be a loss. The organization would be diminished that much with this loss, and he has been, if you really look at Arish, one thing that would go with him is energy. He's buzzing about everywhere, and in meetings, in presentations, all that energy is palpable, and one sees that very clearly. And he's a good articulator, and and a good manager as well. I don't know where he's going because it's still a secret, I think. Has that been decided?
Still multiple. I have not really considered where to.
Okay.
Which one I'm taking.
So what is your last name?
24th.
24th. Okay. So all the very best for you, and thank you very much for all your contribution. And I don't know why we missed out that this is going to be your last TWT. Otherwise, we'd have planned something a little more formal and maybe a token of our appreciation. But that will follow. And the other person is one of our SMT members, about whom I have already written, and all of you know. So which is Shravanti's last TWT also. See, we missed out. Is there anybody else who's whose last TWT it is? At least a planned one. I mean, there could be, after this meeting, some of you say, "Oh, okay, let me also go." As of now, planned, it is only Shravanti, and Shravanti, as all of you know, has been in the brand department, in the digital communications department. She's been heading that, and just about a year or about a year and a half. She has, and some wonderful things that you did other than getting married in this 1.5 years, and the annual reports, etc., the way it is and the quality, all that goes to her. And she's a hard worker. I've really seen her working even beyond the normal time of leaving, and she's been working hard. And would like to wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. Yeah. Okay. That brings me to as far as in terms of my connection is concerned, the most significant, because she's been a part of the SMT for the last 4 years, Dipali Bharadwaj. As I have communicated, she is moving on. When we started in the organization, even when she joined, we were relatively still very new. Endeavor had set up the first systems that meant somebody to take it on and run with it, maintain it, improve upon it, etc., etc. So she did all that. And also we are lucky to be sitting in a beautiful. Anybody who has come to this office has gone back praising this office, and people say there's some energy about this office. Well, I keep saying that it's not the place, it's the people. But I guess the place also matters. And that has been mainly due to the efforts of Dipali with the support of Ashutosh here. So, so I'm thankful to Dipali for that. I'm thankful to Dipali for all the other systems that she brought in place. PF was in a kind of a difficult situation when she came in. We didn't know, people. How many people have come from Save the Children UK? Save the Children UK. Hands up. Yeah. All your PF had gone into some black hole. Yeah. And but in the last few years you've been able to. Now you're laughing. It's you're happy that it's gone into the black hole, or happy that it has come out?
It's come back.
Okay.
But yours is in
I have not input for
Yeah.
myself, but I remember the hundreds of mails that comes from JK office. So
And one other interesting thing, all my life earnings in PF, and that's all my only life earning. And working with Coca-Cola company, we realized that it was sitting in Ray's account. Thank you very much.
It's a great gift from you.
That people that retired and gone, and when the money would have gone, would have been unknown.
Now give such a big hug.
Yeah. So all those corrections needed. There were issues about payroll and payroll again. Systems were put in place. So if you are getting your salaries in time and not getting less or not getting more, you need to thank for the system behind it and the people who worked behind it. So a lot of good work has happened, and now she's moving on. I would like to thank Deepali for all the contribution that she has given and what she has meant to many of you in this organization. So thank you very much, and we have a small gift for you, a very small one. And it's small and it's light. Want to say something? Or?
No, just to put a correction, it's not really 4 years, it's actually going to be close to 4.5 years now. Time has been spent flown by. Living in a different world, thought I'm coming into a different world, but thought this world was some ways different and some ways similar. So it's been a great journey of 4.5 years. Some very nice people, some very nice competent people, some beautiful relationships. Like I said, life is change is the only thing constant, so I guess it's time for change for bigger and more meaningful stuff. So that's where I'm headed to. But I would say that it's time to put your thoughts together. This is the time when you fail, all words fail you, and but I would say a lot has been done, but a lot has been done because of the people. Everybody here has been part of this journey in so many ways. In state offices, in head office, in each function, my own team, it's the gem of a team by any standards. In fact, somebody gave me statistics from my team the other day and said, it was Ashutosh, whether you know. He said, I've worked there for 9 years and you're my ninth boss. But being there for 4.5 years. So 50% of my time has been with you. The other team member said that in the last 4.5 years, and that is something which they made me realize, and I thank them for that because it's a nice humbling feeling. That there has been only one person leaving the team in the last 4.5 years within the HR team. So that's really nice to, and I guess it's a humbling experience. It means a lot. It's a beautiful organization, set of, like I said, highly competent people. The organization has a huge potential to grow, and it's been a phrase which somebody taught me, and I just leave that thought here. Is if you allow employees to make a difference, they win, and that's something that I have personally imbibed, and I would just leave with these thoughts. There is a lot to do, a lot to achieve, many successes to be relished. Yes, continue making a difference. Do well, be well.
Thank you.
Can I just say from the SMT?
Sure.
I mean, you have been a really valuable member of the SMT. It's been really great to kind of have an SMT member where you can argue objectivity, fight about things, but never make it personal. I mean, at least for me, I don't speak on behalf of others, but I say for myself, it'll be a big miss not to have you on the SMT, and I hope wherever you go, you will achieve great heights.
Anybody else?
I just want to say, the thing about, on a lighter note, I know it's a little somber sort of situation. Usually it's a lighter situation and there's, I'm with a somber comment, but just want to say the thing about leaving is that it's a damn hard thing to do unless you actually decide to do it. When it becomes very easy. So, God bless.
Very well said.
So, anyway, we had fantastic. I can just speak from my experience. I'm not so new anymore. 10 months. But for many months, you have been a very strong support. You have personally spent a lot of time, me coming into the organization, and then, all that advice and thought has been very valuable to be able to engage and integrate well with the organization. So that's great. And then several transitions that have, a lot of these difficult processes we've been together in many challenging circumstances, and that we have navigated and negotiated with a lot of objectivity and successfully been able to steer the organization through those. So as a colleague, you've been like great in terms of support, and we will definitely miss you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sajid?
Yeah. Let me start with Shravanti. I think the least that we have interacted as a team. Probably we work very least with her, but I think we appreciate as one of the most professional of the program. Only talk work and teach and build capacity. She's made us known that Facebook also makes money. Which is good. We also look at Facebook and we are open now more accounts. So we've not found the money. That's a different. But I think it was a pleasure. I mean, after her coming, we really had an opportunity, and we thought a very different way of putting things up there on the walls of different walls of Save the Children. So for sure, kind of that's something that we will miss. And thank you for being there. Our DPD, Arish has been a very old friend of us, and a friend of me personally, and has been a very good friend and a supervisor for the office. And every staff respects him for being available, giving a lot of support in terms of advice, in terms of implementation, whenever it is needed. He's been there for us, and we really would be missing that. What do you say? That touch that we felt very free of, calling you and kind of, talking to you, getting the point. And finally on Dipali, the two guys who recruited me were Thomas. One is going.
So what is the message? I didn't get it.
That everybody laughed. Now, one of the assemblies that we felt very accessible, and immediately after the pulse survey last time, and we said that the assemblies will be reaching out to the team and others, and even before also she's been one that has been accessible. The team, especially Ravi and Rama and a few other guys, have been talking to her, getting guidance. Whenever we had a special situation, we had a couple of very bad HR situations where kind of the HR team, all of you have under her leadership has bailed us out. So that accessibility for sure we will miss. We'll miss somebody who has been listening to us very closely. So that's there. But we wish all the three of you best luck, and we'll get in touch somewhere, sometime. Thank you.
Thomas, I know, we're especially sort of saying goodbye to Dipali, but I think since this will be the last TWT, both for Shravanti and Arish, if team members have thoughts, then it would be good to, especially I would encourage my colleagues at the PLT. Of course, we'll have a more formal PLT level farewell for Arish as well. So, of course, we'll invite you. Don't worry. But taking cue from Sajid, I also just want to add a couple of thoughts. Shravanti, thanks. She's been brand mascot and ambassador. We've many times after most of the colleagues have left, we've been engaging in many discussions, and a lot of it also, you've been pointing, and many other, especially Shireen sometimes points out, have this, and the other T-shirt every day, new safe T-shirt, and a lot of that contribution, Shravanti, I have to thank for that I'm able to represent the organization in that manner.
But only you have got T-shirts.
Yeah, I know. Some of them covers I paid for.
Yes, he bought it.
But anyway, so I'm really, I'll miss our conversations and the light-hearted sort of banter, that we engaged in, and how we tried to mobilize and build enough numbers for ordering the T-shirts, and so that I could get a few, and then others could also get those who desire. So it's great, and wish you very good luck moving forward, and all the success that you deserve and desire. Also, want to take this opportunity, to say a few words to and about Arish. I think whatever most I can say will still underrepresent what I would like to say. So I think Arish really brings an extremely valuable element of macro thinking, of a systems thinking, of process building, of accountability, of really those elements that I think, it's great that we seeded these thoughts and these aspects, because moving forward as an organization, you've said, we've achieved a lot of great things in terms of our growth. And I think those are the elements that at this stage of the evolution, it will be great for us to imbibe, to put into our ways of working. And I think that will help in creating the framework and architecture which will sustain an even larger organization and even greater growth. On a personal level, also, several of you know, but Arish and I also have been friends, colleagues from over a decade ago. We've done a lot of good work together in very tough geographies and very difficult terrain, environment, and conditions. And I completely endorse your point that he's always at those places represented a lot of energy, a lot of drive, keep pushing through very challenging situations to deliver results. And I think my own view is that, as you're saying, organization is diminished, so it will be a loss for the organization, definitely for the PLT in terms of my own team. I think it indeed is a regrettable loss. So we wish you all the best, sir, and thank you very much for your contribution.
Second we discussed this many times, but I think you have a huge contribution because when you came in, it was difficult and challenging time, especially on the IT front. Yeah, so really started from there, and I guess is ending with one of these. So I think kudos to you for doing that. The moment I saw your resignation, I thought my eyes be grand gone. She comes from a beautiful institute and has a very good background to what she's done. And I do wish that you were able to contribute more because there's lots to do there. Yes.
Okay, is there anybody else?
Yeah.
I'm also looking at the clock, but who is this? Ray, yes.
I'll start with Arish. We'll reserve the ladies for the last.
Ladies first.
I remember in Vedic village, Arish and I stayed in one room, and it was a couple of days after you joined.
Is that why you decided to go?
It could be. The seed began there. Thank you, Thomas. I'll have to listen to what Sajid said. Two people slept in the room. One is going, so why should the other stay? Yeah, but we used to have long chats till 2 a.m., 3 a.m.